I'm so thankful that you could join me for some yoga today. Our sequence is going to be a gentle flow, and then we're going to end with some yoga nidra, which is also known as yogic sleep. I will be reading a modified script from the book called The Healing Path of Yoga Nidra by Nishala Joy Devi. This is something that I use in my personal life when I can't go to sleep at night. My mind is going, I feel that mental chatter, I just can't detach from my thoughts. And Yoga Nidra really allows you to disconnect from all that chaos that we might be feeling sometimes and really get into our bodies to find that deeper relaxation. So we will need 2 blankets, any blankets you have at home, and we'll save them for the end of practice so that when we do set up for Yoga Nidra, that our body feels supported, we feel ourselves relaxed and able to really take in that rest. So let's come to our mats in standing pose, and knowing that feet can either be hip-width distance apart or a little bit wider. Just begin to connect to your mat, maybe sending your awareness down into your feet, and then slowly working your way up into your body, noticing, maybe taking some observations of how you're feeling, and coming into this space for the next 20 minutes or so. Allow yourself to honor your body today, listen to what you need, and find some joy in this practice. Begin to allow that jaw to release. Something that may help that jaw release a little bit is taking your tongue and gently pressing it to the roof of your mouth. And as you apply that pressure, release the jaw, softening the muscles around your eyes, softening your facial muscles. Eyes can remain open, finding a nice gentle gaze on the floor, or allow them to flutter closed. Bringing your attention to your breath, feeling the movement that it brings to your body. And then we're going to start to bring some movement into our practice today by syncing our left ear to left shoulder, holding for a breath, bringing your head back up, syncing your right shoulder, come back to center, now syncing that chin to your chest. And then on your inhale, allowing your head to come towards the back as your gaze goes up to the ceiling. And then coming back to center. Let's do that 2 more times at our own pace. And knowing that our chin doesn't need to come all the way down to touch our chest. And our head doesn't need to come all the way back to our back. Listening to your body and what feels good to you today. Coming back to center, taking an inhale here. Let's take some nice shoulder shrugs. So as we inhale, we're just gonna bring those shoulders up towards our ears and then release. Maybe taking in and noticing of how that feels when your shoulders are up and then when they release and open up the sides of your neck. One more time. And then taking a breath here, we're gonna root to rise. So we're gonna rise up as we reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bringing those hands back behind as though you're an airplane. And then rise up. And then press back as you root into the ground. One more time. Rise up and lengthen. Exhale, press back. Push back towards the back. And then we're going to rise up, reaching. Palms are going to come together. And then you're going to keep them together, having them stop right in the middle. So they're directly pointing out from your chest. And we're going to find a twist here. So we're going to take that right arm, open it, sending that gaze back towards that thumb. If that's too much on your neck, you can always have your gaze go out to the side of the room. And then exhale as you sweep that right arm back. Come together, allowing that left arm to open up, sending that gaze back, and knowing if there's any discomfort, gaze can go to the side of the room. Exhale, release that left arm back. Let's do that one more time. Opening up to the right. Exhale, bringing it back. Opening up to the left. Exhale, back to center. And let's bring our hands to heart center for a breath. And then we're going to come to the top of our mat, keeping our hands to heart center, and we're going to sink down into that forward fold. Knees can be nice and bent here, allowing that head and neck to relax. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to shins, back is flat, gaze is down. Exhale, release those hands down onto the mat, stepping back into downward facing dog. Knees can be nice and bent here. It might feel good to incorporate a little bit of movement, so alternating bending one knee and then the other. Or maybe it feels good to find stillness here. And then in your next exhale, lowering those knees down, finding tabletop, untucking those toes, spreading those fingers out wide, making sure wrists are below shoulders, knees are below hips. And we're gonna find a cat-cow flow here. So as we sink our belly to the mat, gaze goes out. And then coming into that cat, we're going to press our seat bones back to our heels, coming into child's pose. And then as we come up, we're going to find that cat pose, pressing our belly to the mat, gaze goes up. Let's do this a couple more times at your own pace. Linking that movement with your own breath. One more time. And then let's meet in that neutral spine. We're going to tuck those toes, coming into our downward facing dog. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Sending our gaze up to the top of our mat as we step our feet towards our hands. Coming into forward fold. And then slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time, making sure our head is the last to rise. palms together, bringing them to heart center. We're going to find crescent lunge. So shifting that weight over to the left leg, we're going to send that right foot back. And remembering that in crescent lunge, our heel is off the ground. And we're also playing with balance here. So if you feel that foundation or a little bit unstable here, knowing that a wall is a great tool to allow yourself to feel that comfort when you're in a pose. So you have it there just in case. So using what you have. And then when you feel that strong base, inhale your arms up, palms are facing. And then as you exhale, we're going to swivel those palms forward and find cactus, opening up our heart to the side of the room. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Inhaling, hands rise up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms rise, palms come together, drawing your hands down to your heart, and then pressing off of that right foot to meet that left. Stay here for a breath. And then let's shift that weight onto our right foot, stepping that left foot back, finding a focus point too here, because we're playing with that balance, and knowing that the wall is a tool that we can use. Tools allow us to get into that pose and support us when we need it. When you feel strong in that base, inhale, raising arms up. And then as you exhale, finding those cactus arms. Really opening up the front of your body. And then release. Hands rise. And then cactus arms as you exhale. Gaze can go up towards the ceiling or out to the side of the room. And then sending those up, palms come together. Bringing your hands to the heart center. Pressing off with that left foot to meet that right. Taking a breath here. And then we're going to make our way all the way down into that forward fold. You might need to step your feet out a little bit wider. Finding forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to find one sun salutation here. Exhale, planting those hands down, stepping back into your plank. So knowing that plank with legs up or plank with knees on the mat. Begin to slowly lower down as your arms sweep the sides of your body. Inhale, chest lifts in baby cobra. And then we're going to press back into our downward facing dog. Taking a few rounds of breath here. And then on your next exhale, bringing those knees down to the mat. Pressing back into hero's pose. If hero's pose causes any discomfort in the knees, you can always come into easy pose. We're going to begin to prepare ourselves for Yoga Nidra. So I will give you two options here. You can either stay in easy pose, which you can always come up against a wall to support your back by sitting on a nice cushy pillow or folding up a blanket to kind of heighten your seat bones. Or you can come into a Shavasana. And I'm going to come into a Shavasana and make somewhat of a gentle pillow for my head to kind of support it. using a pillow as well, and placing it underneath your knees. So finding that nice support, feeling connected and supported by your mat, by your props, allowing yourself to get comfortable. Let's prepare for Yoga Nidra. Be relaxed, seated or lying down, and let your eyes close. Bring your awareness to your breath. Observe its gentle flow in and out. Use the inhalation to draw you inward to a place of stillness and peace. You might like to think of an actual place you have been or heard of. It can be at the ocean, in the mountains, or anywhere. This place allows you to let go and say, notice that feeling in your body when you say, It is in this place you find deep relaxation. Let your body feel completely relaxed and supported by the ground. Keeping your awareness with the gentle flow of your breath. Visualize that space that evokes stillness and peace. Let your body feel completely relaxed. Feeling that deep relaxation wash over your entire body. Hold on to that feeling. As you come back into this space, start to deepen your inhale and exhale. Maybe you gently begin to move your wrists, move your fingers, move your ankles, and wiggle your toes. Bring one leg into your chest at a time. Might feel good to rock from side to side. Keep keeping your awareness with the gentle flow of your breath. Allow your legs to fall to one side as you bring your arm to cradle your head. Staying here for a moment, and then when you feel ready, press up with that opposite hand and come into easy pose. Eyes can remain closed or allow them to gently flutter open. Bringing your hands together, allowing them to sit at heart center. Thank yourself for showing up today, and I hope you found